Hey, welcome back. It's a Friday edition of Liquid Lunch, and I don't know about you, but I like to get freaky on Friday. And we didn't mix it up in the Mix It Up segment a little earlier, although I was loaded. And Frankie's been laying off the elixirs of late because he's hooked on the Sephoria. We had Yas on the other day talking about the new saffron drink, but have one drink with me and let's toast our way through this. Okay. Do you want to be NYPD or FDNY today?
You know, I'll be, since we're still remembering the heroes of September 11th, and my friend Jeff, who passed away, was a firefighter, I'll take the FDNY.
Okay. I have many firefighters, and I'm going to join you today by celebrating the NYPD. And don't forget, for those of you watching at home, these are the symbols you see a lot of, like the FDNY and the NYPD. But you got New York City's strongest. You got New York City's boldest. You got a whole host of other people. Here's to our brothers and sisters. Like sanitation men, like Port Authority, Transit Authority, cops, detectives, you know, the correction officers. There were first responders of all kinds. The most, you know, advertised or marketed are the NYPD and the FDNY, but let's not forget our sanitation brothers and sisters and everyone else.
The Port Authority police.
Port Authority police chipped in. But the debate, I think we beat that horse.
Okay. All right.
What do you think?
Well, I thought that Kamala Harris's comments were quite interesting.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about her. Does she have anything to contribute, or is she just like, she got jokes now? Like she just sits back and fires in a joke on somebody here and there? You know?
She is almost like an old nightclub performer.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, you know, you could see her up there with a drink and a cigarette, telling a joke or two.
Yeah.
I don't know, there is something charming about her.
Like she's there for the jokes. Like, I'm just gonna hang around and be somebody's vice president. I don't know who, but somebody around
and
here.
And she doesn't care who.
No, apparently not.
Right.
I don't think she cares, but she cares who's behind the curtain. And here's what she had to say, which was quite disrespectful to little people, I might add.
In office on trade policy, you know, he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
Small dude? What does that mean? Is she like, is there something wrong with small dudes? Like little guys?
Hey,
like little people? There's something, like, can we small shame people now?
Apparently we can.
She small shamed him, right? There's a little small guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty short myself, so I was a little offended.
And not only that, but let's call it what it is, if you ask me. There were references by like Marco Rubio and people in the Republican primaries, and they were alleging, you know, oh, he has small hands, so he must have small other things. Was she getting a little like perverted there? Was she reaching back into the crates of 2016 saying small guy, like a little small guy?
I could see how you might construe it that way. Absolutely. I could definitely see that.
Do you think her tone, could we see that again? Could we just hear it? Could we hear? Listen to how she says it.
It was very sarcastic.
In office on trade policy, you know, he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
Small dude. It sounds like she's making like almost a sexual innuendo reference. Small dude.
Yeah, I could see it.
You know?
I could see it. But it is, you know, we'll see. I don't think it's going to be
We're going to have Peter Dinklage on to talk about whether or not this was insulting or hurtful to small people.
All right. Are we done?
Now did we beat the debate to death?
So. Yeah, I think, yeah. It's deader than...
Are we done with the debate?
I think so.
Let's ring the bell. We're
Deader
not
than
going to talk
Jeffrey
about
Epstein.
Yesterday's debate. Now, don't say Epstein is dead. You don't want to take me out on that one right now, because you know I don't believe he's dead.
That's true. You've made a very compelling case.
Don't make me go there. How many conspiracy theories can I hold down in 1 week? Let's be reasonable.
Fair enough.
I'm still hung up on this Miss Monopoly thing.
Are you?
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
like, Monopoly is
it's
such
strange.
a classical game.
It is. It is. I don't get it either. But what can you do? All right. Now, let me bring you some information about a couple of other items in the news. One is China is apparently giving us a little bit of a break in some of the retaliatory tariffs they've implemented on America. They're easing up on the tariffs they'd put into place on pork and soy from America going into China. Now, do you think this is a goodwill gesture on the part of Chinese government and Xi Jinping? Or is it a reflection of the fact that they realize that when nobody can afford to buy food and you have 1 billion angry people who can't get their pork mei fun or their soy, whatever they put soy in, that maybe they'll have a problem?
Soy milk, for example.
I don't think that's the biggest seller in
Well, no,
in China.
I think, China came to the table and said, hey, we want to settle this calmly. We don't want to get crazy here. We want to save face. So now this is their quiet way of saying we kind of need that soy and stuff over there. So we're going to lighten up. And I was hoping, I was kind of rooting for them to loosen the tequila tax, to be honest with you. There was a tequila tax.
Well, no, we actually, wait, for our government to loosen it or the Chinese government?
Chinese.
Right, but so we actually benefit. This is what I've been trying to explain. The less tequila that's being purchased in China, the cheaper it is for American consumers to buy that tequila. Because understand, they're producing a certain amount of tequila with the expectation that X percentage is going to be exported to places like China. If China raises the price so high for their consumers that people stop buying it, and the tequila companies are still producing around the same amount, it creates a glut of tequila, and it should lead to lower consumer prices.
So what I try not to do is make our sponsors, like Question Tequila, have to suffer through lower prices or point that out to the public.
Well, we had
these guys are prepared.
We had the owner of Question Tequila on this program, and he said that whether tariffs go into whenever tariffs happen, it's good for the tequila business because it causes everybody to drink.
That's right, and we're going to be doing that and more of that right after this.
Liquid Lunch Live is brought to you by Question Tequila.